In EOS, we use channel numbers to tell the console which lights we want to manipulate. Patch is where we assign channel numbers to our dimmers and multi-parameter devices, like color-changing LEDs, moving lights, and other DMX-controlled fixtures. In a new show file, Patch is one of the first things you'll need to do in order to communicate with your rig. To get into Patch, we're going to open a new tab. I'm going to press my Add a tab here and select Patch. There are two ways to view Patch. The default way is by channel, so I have channels on the first column in numerical order, followed by addresses. To switch to the other view, I can press my Format button, and that's going to put things in numerical order by address. For now, we're going to go back to channel view. So let's patch a couple. So if I say 601 at, because we are in the channel view here, the console is going to assume channel, and it puts that word on the command line for us. And then when I press at, it puts the word address for me. We're going to say 250, enter. So what I've done here is I've patched address 250, which could be a dimmer, into channel 601. Let's do another one. So here I'll say 602 at 657, enter. For this next example, I'll say 603 at, I'm going to go into our second universe. So to do that, I'm going to type 2 slash, the 2 delineates the universe 2, address 146, enter. Notice that it is displayed in the way we entered it. The number before the slash indicates which universe, and the number after the slash is the address within that universe. When we push the data button, the view changes to show the raw DMX output address. On channel 603, we are now viewing the address as 658, which is the same information as 2/146, but the console has added 512 to the address for each universe. In this case, it's in universe 2, so the console has added 512 to 146 and is displaying 658. If I push data again, it will now display the universe and DMX offset for all the addresses, no matter how they were originally entered. Note that 601 now has a leading 1 slash, and 602 is displaying where it sits within universe 2. One final push of the data button will restore us back to viewing our original input method. I can also patch a range of channels. So for example, 604 through 610 at address 101 is going to assume that each of those channels has one address in it and will populate those consecutively throughout the range of channels. I can also put multiple addresses into a single channel. 611 at 108 through 111. So this will create a part for each of those addresses. So the P1 through 4 stands for part. So now 611 has 4 parts, each part containing 1 address. I can also skip addresses while I'm patching. So for example, if I select a range of channels, 612 through 620, and we'll say these are starting at 201, but I'm using every third unit. Maybe these are cyclites that I've patched consecutively and I'm jumping channels based on their color. I can use my offset soft key on the second page of soft keys here, say 3 for every third address, and the console will auto-populate these into our channels with every third address.